So here are all the parts that we are working with today for this project. Over here we have the E-Chalk by Ericsson, and then we have the US Cargo Control wheel straps with the E-Track system on it, and we have the Fairlead from Harbor Freight, and also we have the receiver hitch from Harbor Freight. And then the winch hitch mount from Harbor Freight as well, and then their 12,000 pound winch, and then we have the DC Cargo E-Track system itself. I think we have 20 foot here, but I'm only going to use 18, so 20 foot and 20 foot. We have DC Cargo idlers for the straps. Makes everything a little bit nicer. And then I have some of these pieces here that have a scrap steel that I had for this project for the mount for the receiver hitch. And then I have an old battery box I've had laying around for probably 10-15 years from an old project of mine. And these are just some axle straps I bought off of Amazon. This is some cheapos, but they will work. But they also have the oh, they don't. Sorry, they don't have the E-Track system on. So that'll be nice later on. So all right, well, let's get to it. Also, I want to mention that I got these little end plates that go on the E-Track system. They're really nice to finish off the end of the E-Tracks. But I'm gonna have everything hopefully listed down in the description below, so you can go to that link and get every single thing that I have here. Before we start this project, I want to get a track width measurement of both cars, since the ones are going to be primarily used on my trailer. That way I can get the rails positioned in the right spot. I don't want them to be too narrow or too wide to where the tires can't sit on top of the E-Tracks, which will make it not be able to get strapped down. So we'll just measure that now. We look about 5'7" for the Camaro, and then we'll go take a look at the 240 track width. With the back bumper on, it's gonna be a little bit harder to get underneath of it. So we're just gonna go off the ground. And we're looking at about 5'5", 5'4" on that. So I'll take those two numbers and I'll add them together, divide them, and get an average. And another little detail I was thinking about with these E-Chalks is how high they are. So I'm wondering if they're gonna be small enough to fit underneath the front bumper of the car. I know that we have a 1/4 inch of distance right here if we measure it straight off the ground. So let's go see what that looks like. So here we are at the front bumper, and it looks like that is not going to clear. If I was driving, pulling up, hits. So be all right here, but for the purpose that I want to use these for, this is not going to work. So make some modifications to this. All right, so we got the trailer all cleaned off, dried, and I just want to show you guys kind of what I got going on with this, what my plans are. So we'll start out with the runners here, the E-Tracks. We got the 20 foot here, and we got two options here. I can either make it to where it bows and goes down the dovetail, or just strictly cut it off right here and it'll be flat. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. I don't really see a reason that I need to have E-Tracks on the dovetail. I don't have anything that long, and if I do, I got the D-ring still to use. So we'll think about that. And then the other thing is the Fairlead. and put it right here. So I got to trim away the square so I can sit flush to the metal on the inside of the C channel. And then I'm going to weld up the mount for the trailer or the receiver. And I'm going to box in some plates. I got them over here to give it a little bit of strength on the C channel. So I got one for that side, and then we're going to do one on this side and weld that up, box it to where this is a lot stronger and can handle the twisting when you're pulling something heavy up. And I have these 2x2 square stock here so that the whole thing can be raised up higher rather than sitting straight to the tongue of the trailer. That way the cable is more in line with the fair lead and there's not a lot of tension on this. I just don't want it to be at an awkward angle. And I guess lastly, I'm going to put this battery box right here. And by doing that, or how I'm going to do that, I'm going to take these guys, weld them under about 2 inches so they stick out. I got one for this side too. And then I'm going to take this big plate and it's going to sit out here. And I'm going to leave it a little bit further out. That way the rods for the battery tie down can go on either side. And I'll have a plate that goes underneath and it'll tie it together to where it secures it to the battery box secures it to the plate. So that being said, I think we are ready to start mapping it all out, or it's already mapped out, but ready to start measuring everything and securing everything down and start welding. Let's get it. Okay, so I just sprayed the inside of those plates with some VHT epoxy paint while it's drying. Come over here and we'll start figuring out how to fit this guy. So the trailer is 82 inches long or wide, so half of 82 is 41. So this guy is 12 inches wide, so we'll go half of 12 is 6, so 41 minus 6 is 35. So we'll go 35. 35. And then we'll go 35 on this side. And that will be dead center. It gives us plenty of room right there between the two. So I'll go ahead and cut all this out. And then we'll go from there. Alright, so we got the piece cut out. Now we're going to take our hole punch, full center punch here, and mark some holes where we're supposed to drill. And put this one in here for that. There, I'll go back on this one here. Cool, so we have our holes mapped out right there. And let's drill that out. Alright, so the fair lead is all installed. Got a nice opening right here. Brought it down a little bit so the cable can still ride on that aluminum and not get chafed. So now it's on to mounting the winch. Let's go. Camera one ended up dying on me, so I had to cut that video short, but here it is, pretty much all done. Only thing I have left to do is put on some leads for that so I can attach to the battery. But here's everything done. I even modified these guys. You can see how they're flat and lower now. Everything's got epoxy on it. I ended up going down the back, so I did decide to do that. I think it turned out quite nice. And fair lead. Then here's the winch. Didn't turn out too bad at all. And then the battery box. Just open that up, and I left the controller inside here for safekeeping. Yeah, all in all, it's pretty good. So when I actually go to use this, I'll just flip this lever and then run that through the fair lead. So, well, let's see what it does with pulling a car up on the trailer now, huh? Alright, so we got the car here ready to get loaded on the trailer. We got the battery cables hooked up, ready to go. Have this on free spin. And we'll pull our cable out, get it attached. Got my little clevis here to go around this tow hook. We'll hook that guy. Well, we got the wireless remote here, and let's see what we can do. so there we go. We got it up back on the trailer. I noticed it was kind of getting worn down, but this battery is old. I don't know the last time it's been charged. I'd say it's probably only 20% left, so even with that, it was able to pull up no problem. Now, in conclusion of this video, I do want to say that this is a 2,600 pound car. So if you have a truck or a heavier car, obviously it's going to pull a lot slower than that. But however, I did have a dead battery. So if you have a fully charged battery, it might take the exact same amount of time. So who knows? But on that note, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.